Um, January 22nd, Nathaniel Walker, which is the stepfather of Kiara Walker, had reached out to me, and he wanted to come on my platform. I guess to speak up for himself, because he was saying that Pebbles over in Mr. Loss of Trafficking had been trashing his name. And, he wanted to clear the air, but he wanted, to come on to my platform, which I find it mighty strange, because what he did is exactly what Jasmine did. Just like how Jasmine has seen that me and Pebbles wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? So she, reached out to Pebbles to go on her live to pretty much trash and talk about me. And pretty much he did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to come on my live, you know what I'm saying, because he seen that me and Pebbles wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool, fine and dandy with me. You dig what I'm saying? But, I have to be honest. It's like I never really looked at him as a possible suspect. However, I've heard like the allegations, and the rumors regarding him. The truck driver that I'm sure Pebbles have spoken about. But it wasn't until recently I actually took time out to actually go back and listen to my live from January 22nd, which he was on it, as well as Yolanda was on it, that you all seen, as well as Nathaniel and Antonio. But, I listened to it carefully. Now, I'm the type of person where, when I check things, I thoroughly check it. You know what I'm saying? And I state facts, not assumptions. So, a couple of things, as y'all can see, I had to write down key points to basically little things I want to point out that he said in the interview that, I had to do a lot of reflecting. One of the things that stands out to me is the months. How is it that the same person who we know is being responsible for Janiyah's disappearance is the same person that's saying pretty much August? You know what I'm saying? That's where it comes from. The August comes from Jasmine. But when I think about the conversations that I've had with Yolanda and Nathaniel, like one of the things that he said to me was, and you all can go back to that live and listen to it carefully. But he said on the live that he was on with me, he said June 20th, he wasn't in the state when all that transpired. My thing is, June 20th, he said he wasn't in the state when what all transpired. What happened? June 20th. What transpired? He didn't say August, he said June 20th. Then he said, June 20th to the 28th, he said he drove for them, his truck company, and they didn't, I guess the truck had broke down, and they didn't want to make sure he got back home, which is kind of odd to me, because if you driving your company vehicle and the vehicle breaks down, right? Whose responsibility is that to make sure the employee get back home? Think about that. And then he also said, If you go back, everything I'm saying, you can go right back to that interview down my page and actually just listen to it again. Then he said CPS was at his and Yolanda's door because they was called on them. But my thing is, why was CPS called on you all? You know what I'm saying? Why was they showing up at your door? You dig what I'm saying? What happened in that house where CPS had to be called? Then he went on to say that Jasmine's family, which is Dolly and them, had said they ain't seen Janiyah since June 10th. And he said that Dolly and them was a lie for saying that. But my thing is, when you say things, you have to show proof. You understand what I'm saying? To me, just looking at the whole general thing is, his problem is with whoever got a problem with Yolanda. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm keep reading a couple of key points. The main question is, and y'all seen it in one of the videos that I posted, where Yolanda was showing me her upstairs bedrooms. My thing is to Yolanda as well as Nathaniel, because that's their home. Why is it that you have a waiting area in the upstairs bedroom next to a bedroom where Yolanda Walker said out of her mouth was Janiyah's room? Why would you have a waiting area next to a 13-year-old little girl bedroom? That's something else that wasn't adding up. And then, hold on, let me go to my page 2. So he said in the interview again, he said that his truck broke down on the 28th, but he didn't make it back home until the 29th. And then he said June 29th, he went to a birthday party and Janiyah was there. Right, that's June 29th. Then he also said June 29th, he picked up a rental car to go to East Des Moines, Illinois, to start a job July 1st. Now keep in mind, the dates that he's putting out there is all in June. Then he said from July 1st to August 16th, he was gone on the road. Then he said August 12th is when Yolanda called him to let him know the baby was gone. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of things just not adding up with me. I'm just going to be honest with you. So he said that, I guess a week, that Friday before August 12th, Janiyah was with her family, which is Jasmine's older sister. And he told his wife that that wasn't going to be good, that she's with Jasmine's older sister. But my question is, what is it that he knew, that was going on, and why would he say that? But it makes me piggyback to when he said that he was a caseworker, and he stated that, it is his duty to report any wrongdoings, especially when it comes down to the minor. But he didn't report that. I feel like he is very aware of a lot of stuff that transpired, not just in Jasmine's home, but also in him and Yolanda's home. But my thing is, you saying you're a caseworker and all this and et cetera, but you're not a reporting it. You're condoning it by not speaking up. So that's my thing is with it is that if you are so-called a caseworker and you're witnessing these kids being mistreated and, and all this other stuff, as a caseworker, you should report that. But it seemed like because his loyalty is so strong to his wife that he will overlook a lot of stuff that was happening. And then I'm reading off the notes that I wrote down. Then he said when he came back, August 17th is when the search kicked off. That was another lie, because we had been searching before August 17th. And I gotta say this, Nathaniel wasn't out there with a search. Not one search was he there searching. I met that man one time. I met him that time when he came back, and allegedly he said he was just coming back in town. This when he said Yolanda went to go pick him up and all this other stuff. I met that man one time when he pulled up in the back with Yolanda. He had no duffel bag, no suitcase. In fact, they had grocery bags. But I want to make that clear. That man never went out and searched with us. I met him once, maybe seen him twice, but it wasn't him out searching. Then a lot of stuff that I'm speaking on, you can actually go back to that live with me and him was on there. Then he say that his company set up his LLC. My thing is, I never known no companies to set up nobody's personal LLC. Why would a company that has you as an employee set up your LLC for you? That didn't, a lot of shit just don't sit well with me. And I'm gonna speak on about when he was saying that when they were speaking about how they wasn't harassing the searchers. And my thing is, if you and Yolanda were just driving through and seeing the searchers and kept going, right? Continue to go to y'all destination, home. Like you said, y'all went to go get something to eat, then now y'all coming, going back home. But if you all just passing through, how is it that the police was able to stop y'all? How was police able to even talk to y'all if y'all were just passing through and not harassing the searchers? Think about that. You understand what I'm saying? We seen the video footage and the pictures of Yolanda and them out there across the street from where the searchers was with the police. But if you just passing through and you see the searchers over there, police wouldn't even catch you on the scene because you just passing through. It's a lot of shit that's not adding up. Now, I never thought that he physically did something to Janiyah, but I do strongly believe that he knows exactly what happened. Now they say, every circle has a weak link. He's the weak link, and if they picked him up and questioned him and made him take a lie detector test, I'm pretty sure he. Now they say, every circle has a weak link. He's the weak link. The truth is that the only two people that would know exactly where and what happened to Janiyah in 1951 would be Jasmine and Kiara. However, if Yolanda knows, it's because her daughter told her mom. And by her mom knowing, her mom gonna tell her husband. You understand what I'm saying? Me personally, I think it was some things that transpired in not just Jasmine and McMichael home, but also in Yolanda and Nathaniel home. Because my whole thing is, as it is, if you go back to the beginning, when I told everybody how in Janiah's room, it wasn't no sheets, no covers, none on the bed, and you know, the closet, empty coat hangers, and this and that, right? Y'all remember I told y'all that, everything. But if you go to the video where Yolanda is, in fact, showing her upstairs bedrooms, when she showed the room that she said Janiah was staying in, what do you see? You see Janiah's clothes in the room. She even told me, as well as Antonio, that she has Janiah drawings. When she first mentioned it to me, you know what I'm saying, I literally seen on the video, because I was FaceTiming her, and she was showing me Janiah's little art collection that was, you know, set up in the bedroom. So how I go from being set up until now, when Janiah's daddy's on there, you acting like you put them all up in the closet. That sounds kind of suspicious to me. You know what I'm saying? And but one of the things that the guy Nathaniel said in the live with me was, my thing is, he spoke on how Janiah was starting to blossom. You all know what I mean when I say blossom. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, why in the hell are you looking at and even noticing any kid blossoming? That's a red flag. You sitting there watching this little girl so much where you noticing her blossoming, growing into womanhood. This no kin, you are no kin to this baby. You know, the shit that really pisses me off is the fact that Jasmine, little did she know that her meeting Kiara, coming around, Yolanda and her family, Nathaniel and them, her and them kids was actually being preyed on. Because they seen that Jasmine and them kids needed help. They was all vulnerable. And when you looking at, think about it, pedophiles and rapists preys on what? The vulnerable. But my thing is, for him to say how he's been noticing how Janiah was starting to blossom. You understand what I'm saying? What do you think about that? That sounds kind of pedophilish to me. You understand what I'm saying? And not to mention that when Jasmine and Kiara moved out of Yolanda's house, they allowed Janiah to stay at Yolanda's house. You understand what I'm saying? Which I showed y'all proof on my page. Just go back down my page and look at everything that I've been showing y'all. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of stuff ain't adding up. I'm still going off some of my notes too as I'm sitting here talking to y'all. Also in that live, he said that he's willing to die for his country, including Janiah. But you know what happened to Janiah and where Janiah is at, but ain't talking, because in fact, he is the one that said silence is golden. Remember he said that, silence is golden. back to him, he said he was a social worker. And his duty is to report any wrongdoings. But why didn't you report any of the wrongdoings before August? Why you didn't report none of the wrongdoings when you were very aware of what was taking place, whether it's 1951 or in your home where you and Yolanda reside in? A lot of stuff transpired within them two houses. Then, but check this out. Yolanda and Nathaniel said they volunteered for the FBI to search their car. But my thing is, why in the hell didn't they volunteer to the FBI for them to search Yolanda's house when Yolanda knew that Janiyah closes upstairs in the bedroom next to a waiting area? Think about that. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? And then he said on my live again that just because him and his family, talking about Yolanda and Kiara, don't post about Janiyah on their pages, that don't mean they love them. First of all, Jasmine, Kiara, Yolanda, and Nathaniel should have been the main ones posting about Janiyah. Should have been the main ones out here searching for Janiyah. Should have been the main ones at the police station raising hell for Janiyah. Because at the end of the day, them four people, what up, Roos? I'm going to ask you. Them four people is the last ones to actually see Janiyah. So now with me reflecting and going back into that live, now I must say that August ain't the month we need to be paying attention to. I think whatever happened in June, maybe July. And the reason why that August is coming about is because whatever happened before August, Jasmine, dumbass, knew that school was about to start. So she had to quickly come up with some type of excuse why Janiyah would not be present in school, which is the dumbest fucking excuse. Jasmine know damn well her daughter didn't run away at all. Kiara knows that Janiyah didn't run away. Yolanda Walker knows that Janiyah didn't run away. Nathaniel Walker knows that Janiyah didn't run away. Because Jasmine, the same person that said that her daughter ran away, right? But how in the fuck is it that you tell the police of what she had on? How in the fuck is it that you told me when I was studying in your house, 1951, that you know the shoes that she ran away in, which is some rainbow colored shoes that was missing, and you just know them the shoes that Janiyah ran away in. Then a couple of days after June 12th, you were seen with them same shoes that you said your daughter ran away in. And them same shoes, guess who got them same shoes now? The sister, Deja. I remember at the beginning when Jasmine had told me that she had just washed all of Janiyah's clothes. You understand what I'm saying? My thing is, you washed all her clothes. You showed me 8 to 9 coat hangers that's empty. I'm pretty sure she got more clothes than 8 or 9 coat hangers. You want to know why it wasn't no more clothes in that closet? Because all of Janiah's clothes was next door to Yolanda's house. Think about it. At the beginning, when this group that I know that has K9s came on board, the guy wanted a piece of clothing of Janiah's. Jasmine couldn't produce that. She told him that, you know, all her, Deja, and all of them would wear the same clothes, so all they scents would be on it, which was a lie. Because them same clothes that you claiming that all y'all would wear and the scent would be on it, you know what I'm saying, you failed to mention that Janiah's clothes is next door to Yolanda's house. You understand what I'm saying? So my whole thing is, now I'm going to go back to some of my key notes, because I ain't done on Nathaniel ass yet. Then he say, on my live, he say he a minister and he respect God. But if you're a minister and you respect God, you know what happened and where Janiah is at. But you're a minister. You're supposed to be the leader, right? You respect God, like you said. But you withholding information. So my thing is your loyalty with God or is your loyalty with Yolanda? Because it don't matter if I'm a minister, if I'm a CPS worker, it don't matter if you're a police officer, a mailman, it don't matter what you are. If you have knowledge of someone causing hurt, harm, or danger towards a minor, your duties is to step up and say something. You understand what I'm saying? Your duty is to say something. You'd have called yourself a caseworker, you'd have called yourself a minister, but yet, how are you protecting these kids? Think about it. So Yolanda said that Janiah was with the older sister from July 11th up to August 11th. Now my thing is, it's never been shown proof, because Yolanda is saying one thing and the sisters saying they ain't seen Janiah since June. But my whole thing, if that is true, why would Jasmine allow her daughter to go with her auntie who has a boyfriend that was accused of molesting Janiah? Make it make sense. Then I definitely want to mention this, and I have to. That video that y'all seen with Janiah hugging her grandmother Dahlia in the video, right? All that looked like it's straight love and it's fine and dandy. The only reason why that took place is because Jasmine asked her sister, Twyla, for some money and told her the only way they would see Janiah on that day of that video is if Twyla give her some money. That's why you seen Janiah there in that video. It's sad because with Jasmine, money talk.
Yeah. Well, it is.
That is me.
Oh, that's your Americano.
Come here, wait.
In the strawberries. Okay, Mom.
Allegedly, these are some of the key players in Janiyah McMichael Rogers' disappearance. Please stay tuned for part 2.